Hello, welcome to Trains in Viatic and what I'm doing at uni. So today we're going to look at my first unit, which is Resolution 1. So the idea is this, it's actually a two-part unit. The first part is going to be actually creating overall paperwork for the project. Then the second part will be creative for projects. The deadline is January for something for this part, and by the time it's done I need about a 40 page production pack, which include a synopsis of the project, risk assessment, research into it. I need to say how I'm going to communicate. I need to show my time management. I need budget. I need permissions. I need an idea of my crew, and I need to just generally provide the information so that then in Resolution 2 it's actually producing the project. So I also need to book all the equipment and have everything ready. So today is just going to give a little insight in what I'm thinking. So the idea behind this is my journey of loss. I'm not sure who knows and who doesn't, but I lost my brother Sam. He was, I can't remember how old he was, but he was younger than me. So on the 14th of March 2017, we lost my brother and everything changed for me. So I'm going to be calling for the final outcome for 14th of March 2017, as that's an important day for me. So that's when everything changed. So in this project I want to share how the loss of my brother have affected me and changed me. As a family, we have been upset about the death of him, but we always celebrated him. His funeral was like no other we have ever seen or most people have heard of. The dress instruction was Hawaiian shirts, so everybody had to come in wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Then he came into Agadoo. We then had for him You'll Never Go to Heaven on... You'll never go to heaven, so it's You'll Never Go to Heaven on a jumbo jet, because of the Lord no built, no runways yet. And then he went out on Monty Python, always looking for the bright side of life. So I want to show how we haven't been looking at the bad bits of his loss, we've been celebrating it. As if he didn't have a illness, I wouldn't have gone to university. So I'm wanting to do a project which is actually showing the good side and how I have changed. So one of the things I'm going to be researching is the Day of the Dead, because for cultural significance of that, they actually celebrate death. So I want to actually look at the death as a good thing rather than a bad thing. I know no death is ever a good thing, but we want to celebrate his life. I want to create something which, instead of being all negative, looking at, oh, we don't have him any longer, it's looking back and saying, but we had him for I think it was 28 years, just under. So we're treating it as we have had that time. As one of the saddest things I have ever seen is when we went for Ronald Sam's treatment at the Royal Marsden in the hospital. There was a young child I would say 6 to 12 months old. I'm bad with working out ages, as most people will know. And the child knew that the injection was going to hurt, so it was doing everything it could to stop people from doing it. So I want to show, although we have lost, I don't look at it as a sad thing. I do get sad at times, but we're not going to look at it as a sad thing. I'm looking at doing it at the Hawke Conservancy in Andover, or at least parts of it. I've been working with some of my friends there to actually get things organised, and I just want to create something which inspire people to look back positively. As if you look on media and stuff, a lot of people look back with a lot of resentment at the death, rather than celebrating the life they have led. So I have said basically what my idea is. I'm wanting to do some weird effects. If you take a picture on a 360 camera, if you go and actually unprocess it, it will come out as a flat image. So I'm planning to start off to show how distorted the world was, actually have the images completely distorted. Then I'm going to be going onto a really crisp, sharp image by the end, as I wanted to do a lot of work with birds and stuff so that we can actually see, show that life carry on afterwards. I'm also wanting to work with my friends on something that they do at the Hawke Conservancy called the Sarsen Faulkner, whereabout they recreate a medieval pageant. So what it was like, and that remind me very much of how life have gone on. So you have new growth afterwards. I also want to use a poem that one of my friends wrote, which again is related to the Hawke Conservancy. So I'm working on, within COVID restrictions, I know, a horrible phrase, actually seeing how I can organise these things. With my group, because I don't know what will be possible with all the COVID restrictions, I'm planning to just work on a small group. I got one other person in my group at the moment, but if I find I can use 3 people, I'll use 3 people, but I want to plan on the basis that I'm not going to have the people that I need. So if I plan on a small group, I can then expand on it, which will be easier than to plan on a group of 20 people and then need to cut down. Also, I'm looking at doing a mixture of 3 places for recording. So for Hawke Conservancy, I'm hoping to be able to nick a space somewhere there so that I can get interviews with my friends and Sam's friends about before we lost Sam, as I want to get 3 different groups of interviews which I'll be using throughout, or at least parts of it. One talking about Sam, one talking about the changes people have seen who have known me from Sam to now, and then finally it will be people who I have met afterwards, so they'll tell them what they know about me. So it's going to show 3 different kinds of memory. Another thing that I want to show with this is how memories are actually changing, as I'm finding I tend to only have good memories about Sam. So I want to... I know that there are bad memories as well, but I'm thinking of all the memories of Thetford Trust. I'm thinking of donuts we used to take in. But I think I've covered everything for today. I'm working on... I got the first draft of my learning agreement, and I have a presentation which I need to do next Wednesday, so I'll actually see if I can record it, and then I can put it up on for following Monday's video. So Mondays are now my university vlogs. So if you're here to watch trains, you won't see my trains on Monday. We'll still have them on Wednesdays and Saturdays. But this is a place where about people can see what I'm working on and actually say, have you thought about this? So I'd love people's feedbacks. I know that this is a really dodgy camera angle. I had a tutorial this morning, so I didn't want to do the filming until after I got this sorted out. And I think that that's it. So thank you for watching. Please put comments down at the bottom. And I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Richard.